Hello, how's it going, everybody? So, let's see, are we on? Yeah, that's on, that's on. I can't hear myself, but let's go see. All right, yeah, we're there. So, y'all are probably gonna be able to hear these crazy animals. Um, guys, am I gonna have to put y'all up? We'll see how far we can get through this. So, I've got a few things that I definitely want to talk about today. Um, guys, stop. Why don't we just get this over with? Why don't we show you all who we're working with here today? So, yes, I love you. Yeah. Oh, I got kisses. I got love. Yay. So, this is Lil Pug. Her name is Muffin. And I just call her Lil Pug. That's her rapper name. And she's my little alien friend. And we're definitely going to have to go in the room so that Auntie Mel can do her show. Because that's what we're going to do. We have another one. See, I promised y'all special guests, so I wanted to make sure and be good on that. Let's actually make sure that sound is on. Oh, we want to snuggle. Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that. Oh, here, little pugs. Come here. Let's see. Let's go see. Yeah. Oh, and then this. Yes, I know you too. This is Big Pug. His name is just Pug. He is a sweet, sweet baby, and he's been so well behaved. Yes, he's been so good. Oh, little Pug wants to get up. Now I'm getting them all riled up. So that's two of our special guests today. I've got two more, but I don't think you can see Doodles. He's not small enough for me to pick up. I've got one more. His name's Grisham. Let me go see if he wants to say hi. Grisham, you want to come say hi to everybody? Come here. Oh, so Grisham is my hair twin. He loves me. He's not very excited about Puggles right now. They're not being very nice. He just wants to love right now. You want me to go put the pugs up? Yes, you want me to? I'll go put the pugs up. Okay. Grisham, say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. Something like that. Okay. Alrighty. So if you guys will give me like 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Come on, little pugs. Come on. Come on. It's just for a little bit. They're gonna think that I'm killing you. Calm down. Okay. So that just happened. Hopefully everybody is still there. Ouch. Okay, so how's everybody's week? Mine has been pretty exciting. I've had, my typical very intuitive or psychotic dreams, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, this is hard to do by myself. I wasn't prepared for this. So I guess I'll just go straight into, that's what I was going to say. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is light versus dark, and how right now there is this, with our channel, we always say namaste, motherfuckers. And the whole reasoning behind that is because it's not all light. Okay? It's not all roses and sunshine. It's definitely doing your shadow work. And your shadow work is, really taking a look at yourself, the habits, the patterns, the things that you get stuck in that can be very toxic, and learning to deal with that. And until you really learn yourself and learn all of those things that make up who you are, and we're talking about during an awakening, okay? We're not talking about any other time. It's usually just when you're having an awakening and you're dealing with all of these things that come up to the surface, and you can't just walk into a room and light some incense, which I forgot I was going to do that today, and say namaste and expect to be enlightened and expect to be awakened. It's just, that's not how it works. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that comes up, and you have to deal with it. So that's why our whole thing is namaste, motherfuckers. Because some days you're just going to have a bad day, and it's not going to be, like I said, all light and sunshine and roses and everything. Anyway, so as I'm sitting here getting ready, the notification on my phone, on my music, I have Apple Music, so it comes up, and I listen to Chemical Brothers quite a bit, and apparently they have a new, now it's not going to show? Apparently they have a new EP that, let's see if we can find it. The notification went away. We had a crazy storm here earlier. Yeah, the new EP is The Darkness That You Fear. And I'm sitting here writing down literally light and dark, how that, making my notes and stuff. And the notification was The Darkness That You Fear, single by the Chemical Brothers. And let me tell you, coincidences and synchronicities have been off the fucking chart this week. Off the chart. If you've been seeing any kind of patterns or, like seeing 3-3, 4-4, 2-2, anything like that, or 11-11, that, like, it's super strong right now, super strong. We are completing a big karmic cycle for basically the last 30-something years. And I think that all of these synchronicities have something to do with that. Anyway, I just thought it was pretty interesting that particular EP at that particular moment wanted to make itself known, The Darkness That You Fear. And man, I actually don't really like the song. I love you, Chemical Brothers, but I don't like the song. It might end up being one of those that grows on you type of situation, but yeah, no. Anyway, so God, there's just so much. There's so much this week. So before I get into the whole light and dark rant, we'll call it, because there's more to it. I do want to talk about the buzz and what has been going on in the cosmos and I wonder if the pugs are upset. My bad. I think I can share my screen with you guys. I don't know if I want to, though. So a lot of times on here, we will talk about other channels that we watch, me and Melissa, and places that we get information from, inspiration from, and just overall guidance. Anything that you watch or hear or read, always, always, always do your own research. Please don't ever take what anybody says at face value, even if they're, a guru or they claim to be God, especially if they claim to be God, because then it's probably not true. Always do your research. That's part of waking up is realizing that what you have been programmed to believe, you should question it. You should question it. And anyway, on that note, so one of the people that we follow is his name's David Palmer. He goes by the Leo King, and he did this presentation called the Era of Providence 2020, and that was last year. And man, when I tell you synchronicities, so I wanted to talk about light and dark, and that's a pretty broad theme. So okay, we'll give you that. The little one's not happy. But I was actually like focused on it, and that's what I want to talk about this week. So I was rewatching his Era of Providence, and sure enough, he talks about the Salem witch trials and how the transits with the planets are basically in the same area in the sky. I mean, we have basically the same transits going on that we did when we had the Salem witch trials. Y'all can probably hear. So, and he goes on to show this image. You got to go watch it. So it's free. It's on YouTube. And I'm gonna just try to share my screen here. Let's see, display capture. We're gonna see millions of us. And let's go here. So this is the video that I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find the image that he mentioned. I'm not going to play this because I want you guys to actually go watch it if you're interested. Oh, there it is. So if you see this image here, this woman is, she was put on trial for being a witch, and she's calling in the light, and she's trying to do her job here on Earth to, oh, hush. She's basically doing the work, and she was put on trial for it, and I don't know who this is, but I'm sure she probably died. And that's, unfortunately, that's the same kind of theme that we're seeing right now in society. Anybody that's speaking out against anything that is not the mainstream. What's the matter? I know. I'm they're not happy. And it's making you not happy. Why don't you just sit down? She's going to be so mad at me. It's okay. She loves me. She'll forgive me. Anyway, I forgot you guys can't see me. Sorry. Let me go back over here. So let's bring it back to me. Sorry. Doodles, you are going to mess my stuff up here. So anyway, that was one thing that it was another synchronicity. It was something that is very prevalent in society today is if you are a light worker or you're doing the work, you're having an awakening, you're questioning your surroundings, you're kind of going against the grain and it's not being received very well. And there's this like giant witch hunt. And that was the same theme then. We're having the same planetary transits. So whether you believe in astrology or not, there's, kind of proof right there. You can definitely look to the stars to see where we're going and also proof of where we've been compared to where we're going. I know, I love you. Anyway, I think we're going to have a short show today anyway, because it's just me and I'm sure y'all don't want to hear me banter. But let's see. Sweet. Okay. So bear with me. Let's get over to Witeki. So you guys know that we like to also listen to Christopher Witeki, and he also goes by Sensei Christopher. And he's pretty cool, pretty funny. And I really like his weekly, it's called Namaste Today. And Namaste, motherfuckers. And I like the way that he breaks down the weekly kind of forecast is how he does it. But when I was watching his, so he'll put a show out Saturday night. And I watched a little bit of it and then went to bed and then woke up Sunday and watched the rest. And it was really awesome to have another confirmation of basically we're all waking up. And this is the first time probably ever that we've been able to wake up as a civilization. Let me go over to his page. She can hear me, and that's why she's barking. I'm going over to Christopher Witeki's page. Let's see. Let's pull that up. Let's pause that. She's so mad. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'll share this with you guys. I'm still learning the software. All right, let's do display capture. Okay, so if we go over here, and pause that. And he's got these cute little 5-day mood cast. I love it. It's cute. But the one thing that he mentioned in the very beginning of this week is that, we're all waking up. And I heard something else where it was like, no, hush. Where, if somebody's having an awakening or if they're just now tuning into their higher selves or they're starting to question their surroundings and they're feeling a little crazy, you wouldn't just blast them with all kinds of information. That's why I'm learning how to slowly present it to our followers because it can be a little much. But instead of, running and jumping on somebody and, screaming something in their face like, today it's going to be, sunny and 95 degrees. Like, they haven't even had their coffee yet. So just like slow down, right? And so instead, what you would say is, transition back over. You would say good morning, right? So, good morning. If you're tuning in, then that means that you are probably curious about the awakening process. And so, good morning. And if you're just now all tuning in, the pug barking in the background is Lil Pug, and she's not happy. But they're being too loud. And she likes to chew wires. Found that out. It's like, no, please don't chew my wires. So anyway, yeah, be kind to other people that are waking up. I'm not always kind. I have Pluto in the first house. And I can be a little rigid, cold, kind of a bitch, tend towards violence. That's what Pluto in the first housers kind of have to be careful about. Anyway, so, if somebody is having an awakening, just remember to just greet them with a good morning. Yeah. Maybe send them a video, which they probably won't watch. Oh, hush. See, it's when I don't talk, she calms down. She hears me out here talking, and she's like, I want to be part of the party too. So, let's see. What else? What else were we going to cover today? So, I'll do my homework this time, and I'll put the links for the videos that I showed you so far. And suspicious observers, you guys. So I like sciencey stuff, right? Doodles. Stop. I love you, but you need to stop. Go lay down. Go lay down. He doesn't understand me, and I'm trying really hard. So how do we ease into this? So suspicious observers, right? They basically watch the sun and pay attention to other cosmological things that are happening. But I'm going to pull up their page here. I'm going to have to go get her out. I know y'all can hear her. And that's got to be annoying as fuck. Maybe they'll be quiet. I'll be right back. You know what? Why don't y'all go outside? It's time to go outside. Come on. Outside. Go outside. Maybe that'll help. We shall see. Okay. So anyways. So let's bring you guys over here. Let's see. So suspicious observers is it's a guy, and he's there with his wife and their kids, and they've got this ranch, and they watch the planets, and they report on what's going on in the solar system, and they put out daily videos. Every morning he puts a video out, and he'll say, good morning, folks. I don't know what that is. But so they've got, let's go to the main page. There's a, what do they call it? The disaster playlist is on here. Let's go to the playlist. And I'm not promoting this so that you can be scared of anything, catastrophes or anything. But, you know, when I found their page, it confirmed all the dreams that I had had previously. So, hell, good enough for me. So they've got the 12,000 year playlist. They've got the Earth catastrophe cycle. All of these are just priceless because it really does shed light on what the mainstream and the narrative are not going to tell you, basically, because it doesn't fit in with what they want you to know. With the powers that be. The powers that be. I hate that word too. Because, you know, just like, was it He-Man or was it She-Ra? I think it was both. I have the power. You have the power. The power is within you. The only time that external forces have a power over you is when you let them. And I'm not talking about, you know, if you're just walking down the street and you get hit by a bus or something. I'm talking about your mental and emotional capacity to control how you react to life. And you can create a situation. Hey, Jeanette. I told you I was going to bring up this situation. Girl, I'm going to create myself a situation this week. Inside joke. I'm not going to create a situation, I swear. Sorry. Got a little off topic there. Anyway, if you want to know what that's about, stick around for next week. So, where was I at? Oh yeah. So, now they're outside barking. Thanks. So this brings me to the most comprehensive, I wouldn't say comprehensive as far as like every single thing on earth that I am into, because they didn't talk about aliens. But I just watched this 10 series. It's like a docu-series. There's 10 episodes. And it's called the Superpower film. Now, I don't know it looks like it's pretty new. I watched it for free. And it seemed like it was fairly new. The little aliens want to come inside. Anyway, I totally 100% recommend, if you're curious about frequencies, about cymatics, or Hans Jenny, don't remember how you say it. If you're curious about healing and repairing your DNA naturally through thought, if you're curious about how to communicate with animals, that's like not even half of the episodes that they have. It's awesome. I loved it. It was great. I posted it like all over my social medias. And let's go over here and I'll show you guys. Still learning. Here it is. So Yeah, I already did the free viewing. That already happened. But if you go down here, here's all these episodes that they have. I watched it in 2 days. I watched all of them in 2 days. And it was just, intuition gender trap. So, being a male and being told that you don't need to be in tune with your emotions and your feminine side is complete bullshit. But we all know that. But the amount of how in depth they went with these interviews was amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot. They did the mind viewing. So basically, this training is where you wear a blindfold and you train yourself to be able to see with the rest of you, with your mind's eye. You can pick up on frequencies, and I mean, this was probably the most amazing episode out of all of them, because this is something that I try to do on my own before I'd ever even heard of this. This is the first time I heard of it. I would walk around my house and close my eyes and try to see without seeing. And I didn't tell anybody about that because that sounds crazy. Well, and here they are, and they're learning how to see without their eyeballs. And then, so I want to go down here, and actually Melissa has a book by, where's he at? Where did he go? This guy. She's got the emotion code. I saw it on her desk, and I just thought that was really cool. And his interviews were good. Then this lady here, Miranda McPherson. Holy shit. You listen to her voice and you literally just go into this trance. You just feel, it's just, her voice is like warm water just pouring over you. It was so good. Anyway, all of these people here though are pretty cool. The interviews are great. I don't know much about these people. I don't know if they have any agendas. I don't know if, who sent you. I don't know. I just know that the series was great. I totally recommend it. Superpowerfilm.com. Do it to it. Let's bring you back over here to me. If I had another display, guys, then I would be able to do this on my own. I mean, without you guys having to see all the bullshit, but I'm on my laptop. I'm mobile. There's not much I can do about it. So yeah, let me check on the animals. Are y'all still doing okay? You still alive? 1, 2, 3. I'm missing one. Grishy. He's probably pooping. They were eating each other's poop earlier. It's great. Just information that you all needed to know. So anyway, definitely check out that film or the docuseries, because that was the bee's knees. That was the bee's knees. That was pretty good. I was excited. I was texting it to everybody. Watch this, watch this, watch this. And it's funny, when you send stuff like that to people, who is on the awakening path. Who is just nice and sympathetic towards you. And then you also find out who's just completely like, that shit's weird. I don't know what you're sending me. And so, yeah, you want to find out who's kind of like there with you? Send it out. Text it out. I'll be like, I don't know. So let's see what else. Yeah, so I guess we can get into the whole discussion on light and dark. So obviously, everything in the world that we see is because of light and dark. And I say and dark because if it was all light, we wouldn't be able to see. It would just be completely whited out. And we need that darkness. We need the shadow. And being a photographer, that's one thing that I'm very familiar with, is controlling the contrast, right? So when you take a picture, you are managing on the camera, you're managing between your lightest area and your darkest area. And what you're trying to accomplish is the control over the contrast, or the creative approach where you take something and blow it out completely. And it's, you can just see little bits and pieces of lines and shadows. Or you want your blacks to be really black and really muddy. And maybe you just have tiny bits of light. Maybe light is the subject and it's just kind of dripping through. And that is, for me, it's a great metaphor for life, because, especially during the awakening process, because there's too much going on during that process that just let it all come in and sort it out later kind of approach. If you are managing only the light, you're not going to even be able to see, if that makes sense. If you're managing the dark, you're also not going to be able to see. I hope this is making sense. So you have to have balance, and you have to give yourself that space. You have to give yourself that opportunity to just kind of go with it. See how things, even if it's a little flat, even if it's a little unpleasant to look at for a little while, that's okay. That's okay. Just let it be what it's going to be. And they want to come back in. Anyway, that's my comparison to photography and doing the work as a light worker. And I like the term light worker. I don't use it that often. Doodles! I guess that's my cue. All right. I'm going to have to bring in the dogs. Bear with me. You are dirty. You are muddy and disgusting. Are we happy now? Are we happy? Yeah, we get our hugs. We get our hugs from our pugs. Let's go see if there's anybody in the chat. Oh, now you want to get down. Okay, we'll go down then. Oh, no, you want to sit. Okay, you want to sit. You want to get on the computer too? Oh, all the animals. We love them so much. Nope, nobody's in the chat. That's okay. I love y'all anyway. I did want to mention a couple things. Let's see. So I thought I would introduce a book. And I'll ask Melissa if she wants to do this once a week as well. Or maybe like once a month. Almost like a book club type thing. I don't know if I like book clubs because it's a lot of pressure. I just want to mention a book, and if it's something that you might be interested in, go take a look. So this book is called The Kybalion, and it's basically Hermetics, so Hermetic philosophy. One thing that, and I posted about this today, you know, if you didn't breathe so loudly, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But you're a pug. They're actually working on breeding a new French bulldog, I think is what they are. So they have longer snouts. So that, and they're actually going to be recognized. Anyway, trivia. So one of the Hermetic principles, there's 7. So there's mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And they all kind of work and weave within each other, right? But the whole idea of light and dark can very easily correspond with polarity. And, you know, you can go from your whitest white to your blackest black, but it's all on the same scale. It's all on the same plane there. And it just depends where you're at. So eventually there's a gray, there's a middle. Eventually it all comes together. But I definitely recommend this book if you are curious about the Hermetic principles. This one is the centenary edition, and I think mine doesn't have 2. I like it when they have 2 of these things. Mine only has 1, because I've read this back and forth a million times, and I just keep it as a reminder, kind of like, you know, whatever, like a Bible study or whatever. It's not my religion. It's just Hermetics. And if you're curious about it, you should definitely check it out. Anything else that we want to talk about, Melissa? I don't know, Melissa. What do we want to talk about? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I had this one marked because I wrote this, I think, last year. When I was a little lowly flight attendant. Honey, your snoring is just a little loud, and I'm going to read a poem. Tissues. Yeah, you probably ate poop. I'm going to put you down. Okay, go play. Okay. So welcome to Melissa's Poetry Minute. I really want my voice to be like Miranda McPherson's. Y'all got to check out the film, or just look up Miranda McPherson. I'm sure she's somewhere. Her voice is literally like this, like smooth, warm, glassy water. I love it. Okay. So wrote this little thing. We're like particles hurtling through space and time, trying to find God within each other, trying to pair up to complete the circle, to get back to love, to the source. Sometimes we find it in ourselves. We become one, balanced. We find love, God, source within us. But there are so many that are polarized, living in the extremes, influenced by one or the other. Fear, love, good, evil, positive, negative, hot, cold, past, future. But it's all the same, just a different degree, on the same scale, because it all comes from the same place, from love. And I think that if we kind of hold that while we're on our journey of awakening, that's a good thing to do. Especially having patience with other people. And like I said earlier, I am the biggest offender of not having patience when it comes to certain things. And then maybe a little bit more than what people expect when it comes to other things. I am a Libra rising, so I find it difficult to make decisions sometimes, and I can help other people see both sides, but it's not always the best for myself. Yes, doodles. So anyway, we're coming up here on just under an hour. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer with my nonsense all by myself. I was all by myself. Thanks for your patience while I figured out the dog situation. Right now, everything seems to be nice and quiet since we're coming to the end of the show, obviously. And I've got a doodle ear in my hand, and he's just loving life right now. You didn't get to see Doodles, but... Are you peeing? Are you peeing? You're peeing, aren't you? You were just outside, and now you're peeing. So on that note, we'll clean that up later. Yeah, I hope that you guys have a great evening. I hope you had a good weekend. And if you have any questions that you want us to address next week, just send us a comment on this here live, or you can also send an email to honeybeeawakened@gmail.com. I believe that's our email address. It's been a while since I created it. Yeah, and we're also on Instagram, honeybeeawakened, and I still have not made my Facebook page. I think that's 4 weeks in a row now. But that's okay. Is anybody on Facebook anymore? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so that's all that I have. I hope you all have a great evening, great rest of your week, and namaste, motherfuckers. Namaste.